Okay, let me just finish this. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I just had another interview, so I was just finishing writing my notes. Hello, hello, sorry. You must think I'm really rude, but I had a crazy day. Anyways, thank you so much for coming to my apartment, for accepting to meeting me. You probably know who I am. Not that I'm famous or anything, but considering the fact that you've accepted to meet me, I'm assuming you've done some background check. I am Carrie Bradshaw, and I am, well, I want to call myself a sex anthropologist, but most people would just call me a sex columnist. Yeah, I basically write about men, women as well, relationship, and of course sex, as you must have guessed. So yeah, um, yes. So basically, I interview people, random people, celebrities, nobody. I mean, I'm not so much interested in celebrities. I am mostly interested in, people like me. I mean, just, normal people. Uh, just like, New Yorkers. I wanna focus my articles on New Yorkers and, you know, how we deal with love conundrums and issues of the sort. Yeah. Anyways, I am actually writing about love as usual, relationships, monogamy actually. So I was just wondering if you could, answer some of my questions so I could, have something to write about. No, it's just that I don't want to only talk about myself, you know what I mean? It's definitely more interesting when I get some insights of, other people's lives. So yeah. Sorry, my hair is completely messy. Do you want a drink? No, of course not. I only start drinking afternoon. I know that most people think that I drink cosmopolitans every day, but I don't. I was actually wondering if you wanted to drink a cappuccino or something. Coffee helps me, right? So, anyway, let me get this thing started. Do you mind if I record you? It's just so if I don't get everything, I can, listen to the recording and remember what you exactly said. Yeah? Okay, good. Thank you. So, oh, yeah, sure, you can smoke. You can smoke. I'm a smoker. I try not to smoke in my apartment, but sure, go ahead. Go ahead. Lighter is here. Okay. I need some basic information at first, just so I know, well, who I am exactly interviewing. So, I am assuming you are a, yes, I don't want to say woman or man or, anything, because people get so offended these days. I don't want to assume people's gender anymore. Alright. And your age, if it's not indiscreet. Okay. Thank you very much. What's your occupation? Okay. And do you or are you currently in a relationship? Is that relationship exclusive? Yeah. Would you qualify it as serious? Oh, sorry, did you say that relationship was over? Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, cool. Thank you. I think we can start. So, just to fill you in, I've been basically writing, well, today at least, this week, I've been writing about monogamy. Um, Simply because I've noticed that, not only me, but me and my friends, we've noticed that men are less and less faithful. But, you know, I mean, the article is not so much about cheating or anything like that. It's more about, well, yeah, our definition of monogamy and if it's still something that exists in, the world that we live in, basically. Um, I mean, you know, now it's so easy to just snap your finger and change partners. I mean, why would you want to stay with the same person, or why would you want to be faithful is what I'm trying to understand, and especially men's perspective on the matter, because I've never been cheated on. I mean, that I know of. Hope I haven't, but so many of my friends have been cheated on or have cheated on their partners. I was just wondering if it was, just the trend of 1998, or like if it's, just something that pretty much everyone is going through. Have you yourself cheated or being cheated on? No judgment, I promise. Oh, no. This is purely for, research purposes. I'm not judging you. Don't worry. Just think of me as free of charge shrink with absolutely no qualification. Okay. So. Yeah. Well, the fact is, the act of cheating itself is defined by the act of getting caught, right? One doesn't exist without the other. I mean, if you weren't caught, then I guess you weren't cheating. That's basically what people say. Well, that's what one of my friends says. Her name is Samantha. Well, it's not that she cheats, because she never gets herself in an exclusive relationship, or like she barely does, but she's often been with married men. I remember there was a time when she was seeing that guy. He was married, and she was like, I'm so glad that I'm not his wife. And at the same time, she didn't care about being the other woman, and she was enjoying herself. And I mean, is cheating like the proverbial tree in the forest? That is it true that it doesn't exist if no one catches you? Alright, okay. So that's what you think about the matter. Alright, let me write that down. No, of course, I agree. Well, of course you should be honest in a relationship, and being honest is the best way to keep the relationship going. I mean, we were talking about monogamy before, but we switched the subject. It's okay. I'm actually okay to talk about pretty much anything you want to share with me. No, the thing is, if monogamy, if it is the end of monogamy, then you would think that it's because cheating has become something that is inevitable. Like, you will eventually cheat on someone or be cheated on, right? So that's why monogamy is more of a myth than anything else. I mean, sure, being honest is something that is definitely important in a relationship, but can you really be honest in a relationship? I mean, can you really say everything to the other person, to your significant other? Can you really be 100% honest? Would you actually say that there's no taboo in close relationships, that you can tell your friends everything, that you can tell your lover everything, because that is actually something that is very important. No offense, but practically all the relationships I know are based on a foundation of lies and mutually accepted delusions. Yes, I have become skeptical when it comes to true love. I mean, I'm just probably going through a rough patch or something, but yeah. Anyway, now I feel like I need this cosmopolitan. What was I saying? Yes, I think that faking it is something that is part of our relationships. I mean, we fake everything. When you meet someone, you want them to see the better self that you are. That you want to show them the best version of yourself. And sometimes you play a game, and that's really basically faking who you are. Really? Okay, let me write that down. That's interesting. I mean, faking has become part of our everyday life. I agree with you, and it would be perfect if we could just be honest with the one we love, but I mean, it never happens. While women are certainly no stranger at faking it. I mean, we fake our hair color, our cup size, our eyebrows. We even faked fur. I mean, I can't help but wonder, has fear of being alone raised the bar on faking? I mean, are we faking more than orgasms? I mean, come on, we've all faked one or two. Not to hurt feelings. But seriously, like, we do fake everything in our lives. So, how can we be honest with someone that we love and that we want to impress? Also, we're so afraid of being alone. It's crazy. We're ready to fake everything just to be in a couple. How crazy is that? Right? I mean, yeah, right. If we don't fake anything, we fear we will wind up alone, and it's a stupid fear because, it's not like being alone is the worst disease you'll catch. I mean, when did being alone become the modern day equivalent of being a leper? I'm serious. Every time you go to a restaurant, they ask you how many people, but when they see you're alone, it's like a sad little look, and you're like, just one, and they're like, oh, okay, you're eating at a restaurant alone. Or like when you go to the cinema alone. I mean, who even goes to the cinema alone? My friend Miranda doesn't mind, but I'm like, no way. I would absolutely never go to the movies alone. I mean, women in particular, I mean men as well, but women in special are so obsessed with being in a relationship. It's like the only thing that matters to us. As soon as we turn 30, it's like, clock is ticking. But have we ever, started to wonder if maybe, our real soulmates are our friends, and maybe guys are just people to have fun with, you know? I know it's easier to say than anything else, but not everyone wants to be in a relationship anyway. But what's your opinion on that? How do you feel when you're single? Do you feel like something is missing? Do you feel like you have to be in a relationship? Right, exactly. That's my point entirely. Not everyone wants to be in a relationship, and the media and the movies and literature, it's all, selling us this ideal of true love and, happy ever after. But you know what? I have a friend. Her name is Miranda. I was just talking about her. She would definitely assure you that not everyone, not every woman in New York wants to be in a relationship. I mean, she's completely dismissive of conventional norm. I love her. But yeah, she's right. She's right. She's very independent. She's kind of a role model for me, actually. But yes, moving on. She definitely doesn't care about, having a man in her life. But sometimes she admits, and I admit, I feel it every day, that it is hard to be single in a world where everything seems to be a couple. Yeah, let me just write what I just said, because that was actually interesting. Alright, now, I was just thinking that, when you're single, it's like suddenly married people are the enemy, or like you are their enemy. Your friends get married and they stop hanging out with you, and they just always go home to their husband or their spouse, and it's like you're alone, and then everyone gives you this sad look at weddings. It's like, when is it your turn? And then people kind of stop asking because it's been too long and it's embarrassing. You know that look. You know what? I should just forget about men and only care about shoes. These are Miu Miu's. Moving on. Sorry, I'm just absolutely crazy about shoes. But moving on. Well, yes, that is actually what people think. I totally agree with you. I mean, people think that we women are basically just waiting to get married, waiting for a guy to pick us and, give us a ring and money and babies, basically. I mean, inside every confident, driven, single woman is there a delicate, fragile princess just waiting to be saved. I actually have a friend. Her name is Charlotte. She believes in that kind of stuff. She believes that, one day a prince, white knight in a shiny armor will come and save her and give her the suburban paradise-like life that she's ever been dreaming of. I mean, do women just want to be rescued? Is that what we have to think now? Because frankly, I'm trying to be, independent and everything, but it's 1998. I mean, it's not that easy. And it just really feels like all of our friends are just getting married. What about yours? I mean, we're the same age. How do you feel about, seeing your friends buying a house, having their first baby, throwing a baby shower, and you're there and you're like, what am I doing with my life? I'm just, eating nachos at night, watching like Friends. So, what's going on? Right? Right? I know, right? It's crazy. Let me write that down. The problem with society, I know it sounds really dumb, whenever someone's like, the problem with society is, but really, one of the problems that is easily noticeable is that we're kind of like obsessed. I mean, women, we're obsessed with wanting to be young, wanting to look youthful, and it's like we kind of have an expiration date, whereas men just, get better and better, and we, reach our peak, and then boom, it's the end. Basically, that's what it feels like. And it's really being obsessed with something that we're not anymore, or that we've never been, or that we're never going to be anymore. And I mean, in today's youth obsessed culture, are the women of our generation growing into mature, responsible adults, or are we 34 going on 13? That's what I want to know, because seriously, I'm not even sure anymore. But what about you? You mentioned earlier that you were getting over someone. Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah. How long were you in a relationship for? And did you break up, or did that person break up with you? Am I? It's definitely indiscreet, but I mean, I, you came to spill the beans, so just tell me, why did you guys break up? If it's not too painful to talk about. Okay. Classic. I mean, I'm kind of a. I'm kind of a sexpert, so I would know. Yeah. I mean, as a matter of fact, I am myself trying to get over someone as well. Let's call him Mr. Big. So, would you say that getting over that person is, you know, ruining your life, basically? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get you. I mean, it's totally normal to talk a lot about it at first, and it's definitely healthy to, get it out of your system. But you should know where the limit is. Like, I used to be so obsessed with talking about my ex and blah 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 that my friends actually taught me to go see a shrink. Yeah, Miranda was like, we're cutting you off if you don't stop talking about Mr. Big. Well, if you must know, Mr. Big just basically is someone that, well, he didn't know what he wanted really, and I mean, I said I love you, and he couldn't say it back, and he wouldn't even let me, you know, put a toothbrush at his place. So yeah, I just, it had to end. But can you get to your future if your past is your present? That's deep. Let me write that. Can you get to a future if your past is present? Are you telling me that you settled? That the relationship you are now is you settling? No. I mean, I personally think that you should never give up on the butterflies. I mean, yeah, sure, that person might be good on paper and, good situation, rich, good looking, blah blah blah, but I mean, is good enough enough? You're describing exactly what I was talking about. I mean, women just want to settle. Women just want to, get married and, get on with life. No, that is not a look of disappointment. I'm sorry. I'm absolutely not judging. I'm just like, I understand. I mean, I would settle probably if I could. I just have no opportunity. But it's just very interesting because most people, I mean, most women I interview basically tell me the same thing, that they kind of like settled and that they're happy. So I guess the most important question is, are you happy? Are you happy? Well then, I guess that's all you have to know, right? Okay. Well, thank you for coming today. I think I have all the information I need, and I have like 4 more women to interview, so I'm gonna have to let you go. Thank you so much, and yeah, we can definitely do that again. Uh, Maybe not even, work related. We can actually, sometimes have a cup of coffee. Sorry, have a cup of coffee or cosmopolitan. Um, no, I mean you're really nice. I think we could be friends. I mean, if you want to be my friend. I know I'm kind of neurotic and self-absorbed, but I can be nice. I can be enjoyable. I can be good company. I have to stop saying I. Okay. Well, thank you, and I guess see you around. Look up for the column. It's gonna be about you. Cool. Okay. Bye bye.